in that first half because, man, is the scoring good.
Well, and it's going to, both teams are going to cool off, so it's a matter of which team is going to play the better defense here in the second half. Because the Lakers are not going to shoot 70%.
Yeah, sorry, Stu. 71%, 71 points. What a half. Collins leans in and scores, and the beat goes on. Back to that second quarter.
Let's see how they start this third quarter as they lead by 7.
Russ has 4 turnovers. Trae Young has 5. The point guards, who, of course, are handling it quite a bit. Stanley Johnson, nobody's cooling off yet.
And his first shot of his first scratch.
Welcome to the party, pal. As the Stanley finally gets to score. Kevin Huerter, a jab step, dancing on Stanley. Staying right with him. Stayed right with him. It's John Collins in deep, and he's got a little jump hook for 2. 5-game homestand where they've won 5 straight. They'll play Toronto and Phoenix coming up next. Lakers have Portland at Crypto.com. It'll be great to be home on Wednesday. Westbrook deep, down! Nobody can miss! Here comes Trae, long lead, wide open, Capella. Now AD, huge defensive presence for them. Really just about automatic when he gets it in the paint. Small,
yeah, I think
all
they
the time.
Went 6 and under.
Anthony Davis, as you get the vantage point of the front.
Point mark in 20 minutes.
Boy, did not miss a beat coming back, as Mike Trudell was talking about. The feed underneath, count it! Capella. Good rebound story right now. There's not a lot of them available, but the Lakers are a +5, but they come down and score, and the leads him out, and he kept himself out until he was sure that that knee was ready. And he came back really, literally, him in. 79-74, well, that's the thought process of Coach Ford. They're running back the other way. Young, can he finally make a 3? Finally, his first one. Timeout. Atlanta Hawks run.
So I said at the halftime, both coaches probably told their teams at intermission they're going to cool off as Trae Young has back-to-back. Coach, what players can play with foul difficulty?
Malik Monk's got another one. Yes, sir.
The Lakers rode in the first half. They're going to have to do that here in the second.
Hunter all the way with the left hand to score. Boy, that was pretty.
That was a nice said, I'll stop right here and shoot this little floater.
We got a bit of a triple-double watch with Russell Westbrook right now. Most importantly, though, the Lakers are down by 1. Make it the Lakers up by 2.
Get back where it should be in the last few games.
17, 6, and 8 currently. Lob to Capella with authority. 85. Bringing into the attack zone with the dribble right in front of Frank Vogel and the Lakers. Atlanta, they're trying to get to the 500 mark. They're 2 below that mark, as are the Lakers. Very similar in record. Underneath, scored as Collins hits the deck. No whistle, they play on.
Well, the Lakers are playing only one real big, so the Hawks are doing a good job of making sure they get the ball either into Collins or Capella.
They leave Monk alone. Good ball movement. They close out on Reeves. Reeves trying to get it to AD. He's got it. He puts it up. He's fouled. Boy, Austin somehow got it. Here's a word from Jack in the box.
22nd point.
Lakers will have 3 of the next 4 at home after tonight. And the one road game, by the way, happens to be at Crypto.com Arena. So, in essence, 4 straight in their house. Be nice after this long trip. Young. Oh, that time they do call the foul. As Stanley says, I was just standing there, and Trae kind of bumped him, gave a little bump. I mean, there was a couple of non-whistles back into him. And that angers and frustrates a lot of other players, teams, and fans, too, to say the least. 88-87. And Mike, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I know you don't like it particularly.
Well, that's one of those plays that they were trying to legislate more out of the league. And early, it was working. The refs weren't calling it as much, right? So in October, just thinking about Trae Young, 4.3 free throw attempts. Then in November, that moved up to 6.3. Now he's back up into the 8s, though, right? So it's about 8.0 in January. So it does seem like they're starting to go back to how it used to be in the last couple months, because James Harden, another player who relies on that same thing, Billy.
Yep.
So his free throw numbers are going up as well. And then that's the kind of play right there, again, where you kind of jump into a guy that they were trying to have less of this season.
Yeah, and if you're going to have a rule like that or a rule change, you got to be consistent with it throughout. Don't just start to let it go for the first couple of months and then revert back to the old ways as the season progresses.
88 all with 3.5 to play in the third. Lakers now 8 for 13 from the line. Russ looking for his 19th point. Won't get it this time. Stanley's there. Offensive rebound, put back. Stanley Johnson.
Yeah, coaches just want to talk about that kind of a play there.
Going to work. Stanley Johnson blocked by AD. Gets it to Stanley. Here come the Lakers. Johnson all the way. Johnson scores. Count it. And one. Lakers up by 4.
That's just a good job again by the length of Anthony Davis. As Trae Young tries to throw it over the top, Anthony Davis, his hands are up, deflects it, gets the ball to a teammate, and gets the three-point opportunity. That's what you want to do against guards, especially if you're going to make them pick up their dribble. Make sure you get your hands up high so it takes away lob plays especially.
Gallinari and Anthony in a real wrestling match. They'll play on for Trae Young. So great play by AD, and then Stanley doing his thing. Can't complete it, though. Down the middle goes Capella to throw it down with 2 hands.
I'm glad to see that Anthony Davis gave a concession basket there. Could have made a defensive play, but it probably would have picked up a foul.
Russ right back out to Austin Reeves. Set, fire, and get. Austin Reeves, timeout the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, and I know what